Well, good afternoon, everyone. I hope you can all hear me clearly this afternoon. It's a great pleasure to be on our first webinar to talk to you all about our future plans to expand the service and how we're going to generate additional income. But before I go for that, I was thinking about how proud I am to be the Southern Regional Manager for the service and what that means for me. And the most important thing for this organisation is the people, and both the staff and the volunteers, because without you we can't deliver the service, and you make such a difference to those people that you come into contact with in court. So I wanted to thank you for that. Now, in terms of my own role in terms of the Southern Regional Manager, I do more than just manage courts or manage staff. I look at kind of policies and procedures and sort of future plans of kind of how we can get from A to B. And without going into too much business speak, I just want to run through a few of the things that we're currently working on and that we're going to share with you after this webinar. So at the end of this webinar, we will be sending out to you our expansion plan for you to share your views and comments to suggest whether it's in the right direction, whether we've got the right numbers in there, or whether we've missed out on some exciting ideas. So I just want to, before I step onto that and move forward with that, I just want to say what I'm proud of so far. So if we think about where we're at the moment, so in terms of supporting you, we have our volunteer assistance program. So if you need to ring through and speak to someone for counselling or share anything or talk about any issues that you may have, please access that service, because we put that in place for both our staff and volunteers so that we can support you whilst you're out there volunteering. We've secured investors in people this year, and we had no funding to do that, but we went out to funders. We asked them, and the National Lottery gave us some funding to pay for that. And in March, we were awarded the Standard Award for Investors in People, which demonstrates to you as an organisation that we are both passionate and proud, and we are supportive towards our staff, and we have all the policies and procedures in place to make sure that they are equipped with the right skills and the right support to support you, our volunteers. So I'm particularly proud of securing that award in March of this year. We've accredited our training material independently through OCN, and we've got a certification for our quality services or our quality assurance processes called an ISO 9001. Now, that may sound a bit sort of double Dutch to you, but in terms of what that means for us as an organisation, we've got a platform now by which to move forward. So when we put in bids for additional grants, or we approach corporate providers or other avenues to explore for funding, it demonstrates that we have quality and we are serious about our vision to expand the service nationally. So what are we intending to do? So you may have heard, and I need to start off by saying with something that we are very excited about, which we are going to involve all of you with, is our Radio 4 appeal, which is being launched in January of this year. So you may have seen in the volunteer update, we're looking for a speaker to present that, and you've been very kindly feeding that back. And we've got a few ideas and suggestions as to who would be appropriate to do that. And that will give us an opportunity to raise our profile, but also to generate additional income. And I think as we started at the beginning of this webinar, we've relied on one source of funding in the past. We've been going to the Ministry of Justice, or we've been going to local authorities. And we do appreciate the contributions that the local authorities make to us at the moment, but we need to do so much more to explore other avenues. So the Radio 4 appeal for me is an opportunity for us to generate additional income, but to try different streams by which the revenue can come into our organisation. So we're about to reshape our website so it makes it easier for people to donate when they click the donate button via Google. We are looking to set up a separate bank account or an easier stream by which people to pin contribution towards us. We're looking to put much more focus on more of a sustained level in terms of applications to larger charity pots or funding stream. So, for example, we've just put a bid into the National Lottery for £120,000 to fund some additional work, and hopefully that money will come through. So we're going to be more systematic about how we go out there, likewise with the Community Matters funds and other areas. So I'm really excited that we're starting to explore both digitally and thinking differently to bring in additional income. Now, we have had a large benefactor in the past who's made a very kind contribution towards us. So if you know of any nice benefactors out there that would like to make a contribution, or a patron that you may be interested in showcasing our organisation or being part of talking about what we do, then we'd be very happy to hear from them. In addition to that, we're going to launch a national campaign week starting in December, where we're going to do lots of different activities. And at the moment, we're looking at our Here For You campaign, and we're going to have a song, which we are asking you to contribute towards, and we're going to launch that during that course of that week. And then we're going to be showcasing other activities, asking you to participate, asking you to talk about our organisation, so that we can raise our profile in preparation for the Radio 4 appeal for next year. So there are some of the activities that we're looking at. We're also looking for new trustees so that they can bring in additional skills and expertise to our existing board of trustees, who work very hard in the background to support both the staff and to ensure that the service is delivered by yourselves. And they do very much appreciate the volunteering work that you currently do on behalf of the organisation. So what does the new national service look like? Well, in our national expansion plan, we've set out, we've costed out how much the service will need or require to be run each year. And we've looked at 3 years ahead for the costings on that. We recognise that we're going to have to double the amount of volunteers from 400 to 800. And so that has logistics in itself. We'll have to train up another 400 people. So we had to think about, well, how many staff does that entail? So we are anticipating or projected that we will need 13 new coordinators. And then in addition to that, we will need additional posts within our head office or within our central location where we administer our expenses and other HR functions. So yes, it is at the moment economically challenging out there for business and for charities, but for me, if we've got passion and drive and we try and we look at other avenues, I'm sure that we will be able to be successful in our new step of our journey to create a national service. Now, if you take, for example, during lockdown, we raised £69,000 from the National Lottery without a designated funder to do that amongst the existing staff team to write that bid. In the future, if we're making much more focus, I'm sure that we will be successful and we will achieve Rory's ambition, staff, and all of yours to deliver support to those people that come into inquest. Thank you.